is a good segment for you. Well, good news for those who still enjoy listening to those old school records. The Hawaii Record Fair is coming up this weekend, and joining us this morning is the co-owner of Hungry Ear Records, Denny Chong, and he also owns himself 2,000 records. That's pretty incredible, but that's pretty small, right, compared to other record owners?
Right. I know a lot of record collectors and vendors and dealers who own a lot more than that, maybe 10,000 or 20,000 I've heard.
And what do you make there's a whole generation of people who just never played a record before?
Well, you know, they'll have that experience if they're interested in learning and getting that sound and the artwork, etc.
Yeah, that's really
cool.
They
want to get into
and
it,
so you brought some Beatles memorabilia in. Why don't you show us?
Well, we have the famous Yesterday and Today cover. When this came out in the U.S. in 1966, it originally had this cover with them in the, you know, butcher smocks and the baby doll parts and meat, and it was very controversial, so they pasted over it with this cover, which they later printed. So this actually is the paste over. If you look closely, you can see Ringo's sweater under here, which is there. So a lot of people always ask about this.
And then what about this record right here? It's the purple vinyl on the inside. I love that.
Correct. It's actually a recent issue. It's a Otis Redding Lonely and Blue collection, and they put it on color vinyl. I guess they actually wanted it a little more blue to go with the title of Lonely and Blue. But it shows that they are still making new records, which a lot of people don't realize.
Yeah, that's right. You actually brought Adele here, and you brought Daft Punk here.
Correct,
so how much actually is a new record like this?
It ranges anywhere from $15 and up. This one's a little more expensive because it's 2 records to fit the whole length of the album. They put it on two records, and it also does come with a digital download code, which a lot of new records come with their new albums.
Now, some people who are really into music say that records actually sound better than a CD. Do you think that's true?
I think it's true, and I've always believed that. But, you know, I don't deny that CDs and MP3s, the digital format, is a lot more convenient. And I love, you know, my iPod and iPhone and working out and traveling with it. But sitting down, you know, in the living room on a couch with a good system and listening to records is experience I still enjoy, and a lot of other people do as well.
Yeah, a lot of us as kids played with records, so it's definitely fun to go check it out. Well, Denny Chong, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And if you'd like to check out all of the records, you can go to the Hawaii Record Fair. It is this Sunday at McKinley High School from 10 to 3. Now stick around, we've got more news ahead on KITV4 Morning News. How big-time stars like LeBron James are getting called for their civic duty. You're watching KITV4 Morning News from one court to another. It is 6:24.